Overall, within emergency management in the entire United States, there's only 34.8% of female representation. So public safety as a whole, it has a lot of different divisions and fields within public safety itself. So we are introducing other fields that are allies to emergency management to show them that females do these things. They are in these roles. So it's not only emergency management that we're exposing them to, but the allied fields as well as county government, just to show that it's all a positive force and we all work together for the same goal.
Welcome to the Voices United in Education podcast. Each week, we showcase the teachers, administrators, and community members who go the extra mile to contribute to the success of every student in Escambia County. You'll meet the real people behind the titles and learn about the amazing resources to support every student's success. There's a saying that you don't know what you don't know, and although it's usually applied to information, it holds true to options as well, including career options. My next guest is working to make sure everyone knows that positions in emergency management and public safety are ready for female leaders. She's a meteorologist and the program manager for HERicane Escambia. That's HER. It's a girls' summer camp to help rethink and improve outreach and engagement around emergency preparedness. Today, she's going to share how female leaders in Escambia County are uniting to empower and invest in the next generation. Coordinating and collaborating, emergencies and emerging leaders, Scottlin Williams. I'm so glad you're here.
Yes, me too. Thank you so much for having me.
I have a confession.
Okay.
I don't think I ever had given much thought to the behind the curtain of emergency management or public safety before learning about the HERicane Escambia program. Yeah. So how did you find out about it? What inspired you to get into this field?
So as you mentioned, I am a meteorologist. And so I used to be on TV serving as a broadcast meteorologist in Mississippi, where I graduated from Mississippi State. Knowing that I kind of wanted to transition out of the TV industry, but continue to stay in the field of weather and meteorology, emergency management was the perfect transition. And I had some friends go into emergency management. So I kind of used them as mentors to guide me through it all. And it was such a smooth transition. And I still get to use my weather knowledge and be a meteorologist all at the same time. And it's the best of both worlds. I get to tell people the forecast and the impacts that are expected, but I also get to help them after the fact too with emergency management.
And who inspired you to get into meteorology? Because that's never also been anything that was ever on my radar.
Yeah, so Alan Seals, he recently retired. So he was chief meteorologist most recently for NBC 15 in Mobile. And when I was in elementary school, he would always come and be a speaker and presenter. And I was so interested and so intrigued with everything he had to say. And so everything really came full circle to last year. Actually, I got to reconnect with him as a meteorologist. So now we're weather colleagues too. And he's not only my weather inspiration.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah. And so you gushed and were like, oh my gosh, I watched you as a kid. What was his reaction?
He hugged me and thanked me and told me he was so proud of me. And, you know, it was years ago when I was in elementary school, and he probably didn't remember me, but he remembered going to the school, which was Perdido School in Alabama. He remembered going to be a speaker there. And so, yeah, like I said, it was just really full circle, and it was great.
That's great evidence, too, that you never know what impact you're making. And so it makes sense that now you're involved with HERicane Escambia because that's also an impact-making program.
Exactly. And I mean, I've said this before and I'll say it again. The impacts we have in our lives as adolescents and as children, it really impacts the trajectory of our future. And so that happened to me. And that's what we're hoping for these girls that will be attendees of HERicane Escambia.
How did you get inspired to bring that program to Escambia County?
So this camp started in Arlington, Virginia in 2017. And so since then, it has spread throughout the United States and into Florida. I attended Hurricane Walton in Walton County last summer as a mentor and as a speaker. I was speaking on the topic of meteorology. And I just knew that I had to bring it to Escambia County because I saw how impacted the girls were and how much they were enjoying the camp and everything they got to experience and learn about. So being the only female, though, in Escambia County Emergency Management, I knew I had some work to do to involve other females to help me plan this because this is HERicane, HER, all about the girls. So.
Wow. And it is a lot of planning.
It is.
I think this is a good time to elaborate on just how many coordinating efforts had to go into this, because you are pulling from all corners of Escambia County, finding not just the best of the best, but the best of the best and female.
Yeah.
And who are willing and available to come and be visible for these girls so that they can see that they can feel the representation of women in public safety. So can you go into detail about who's going to be at the camp and what their specialties are?
Absolutely. So yes, I am the program manager, but I have not done any of this alone. We do have a HERicane Escambia advisory board. So emergency management is within public safety. So we have a couple of other public safety representatives that are on the advisory board, Kelly Go, Tamika Williams. And then we also have Crystal Bell Rivera. She works for West Florida Public Library. She's on the advisory board, as well as Vanessa Phillips with Escambia County Department of Health. And then Chandra Jenkins, she works in public safety for EMS billing. So all of us have been planning for the last year, and we have so many representatives from around the county coming to be speakers and presenters for different activities for these girls. We have Escambia County Public Safety Representative, so a female from EMS will be teaching the girls CPR. We have the Deputy Director of Escambia County Communications. She will be going over See Something, Say Something. The girls will be able to listen in on some 911 calls and learn all about that. We have Chief Jenny Craner she's the fire chief for the Pensacola Fire Department. She will be coming and teaching them how to use a fire extinguisher. We have Escambia County Sheriff's Office female coming to teach them a self-defense course.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
I mean, we have so many women coming, and they're going to learn so many things throughout camp, and it's only 4 days long, so we are jam-packed.
Are they going to be CPR certified?
Yeah, so the Escambia County EMS employee will teach them CPR, and they will be certified by the end of that day.
Wow. Okay, so why would this sort of camp matter for girls who don't go into public safety? Why would it benefit them?
So overall, within emergency management in the entire United States, there's only 34.8% of female representation. So public safety as a whole, it has a lot of different divisions and fields within public safety itself. So we are introducing other fields that are allies to emergency management to show them that females do these things. They are in these roles. So it's not only emergency management that we're exposing them to, but the allied fields as well as county government, just to show that it's all a positive force and we all work together for the same goal.
I love that. Yeah. So it sounds like it's a confidence booster.
It is. And of course, the main focus is disaster preparedness, but we are exposing these girls to so many things. We want to overall improve outreach and engagement around disaster and emergency preparedness. But I think that exposing them to so many different fields shows them that it's not only public safety that you can get into. We will have mentors from Legal Services of North Florida. So a disaster attorney that's a female will be there as a mentor. I mean, they will be exposed to just so much.
Wow. I can just imagine their little faces taking this all in, because there really is something to when you're thinking as a kid, as an adolescent, what am I going to do when I grow up? It's a big question, first of all, but you kind of look around. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, kids now, they also look on social media. And so when the answer isn't, I want to be a YouTuber, then the answer is pulled from those real life examples within their atmosphere.
Yeah. And even if they do want to be on TV, Sue Strawn, she's going to be there. So we will have a day focused on public information. So we have a public information officer with the county that's going to do a mock press release, and we're going to have a mock press conference where Sue Strawn, as an anchor and a reporter, is going to attend that press conference. And so the girls might just end up on WEAR that evening.
Oh my gosh, that is so, I love that so much. You mentioned earlier that only a small percentage of females make up the workforce in the public safety sector.
Yeah.
What do you feel like women bring to the table that's unique for public safety?
As a female, I just think it will show the girls it's not a man's world. It may look like it, but we can do these things and we can bring so much to the table. Different outlooks on things that a man may have, a woman may have a different outlook on that.
Have you found that to be true so far in your positions that you've had?
Yeah, I would say so with some things. What if we look at it this way and they're like, oh yeah, I wish I would have thought of that. Like, there you go.
Okay. And you feel like those moments were specifically because you're a female?
I think maybe so. But maybe it's also because I didn't grow up in the public safety field. A lot of people in emergency management may come up from being a firefighter or within emergency medical services or something like that. I didn't come from that world, so that also gives me a different outlook. And it also shows coming into emergency management, you don't have to start there.
Oh, that's really interesting. You're right, because there's all these natural progressions that allow people to end up in certain professions that kind of just flow into that field, kind of like military. And
I was going to say military is even another one that people transition out of the military into emergency management. But I wasn't one of those people, and I'm still here.
I love that so much. Okay, so let's get back to the camp. It's 4 days.
It is.
And where is it located?
So it will be held at the Emergency Operations Center, which is in the Public Safety Building on W Street. So it is a 4-day camp, Tuesday through Friday. Girls can show up as early as 7:30, so we'll have check-in from 7:30 to 8 a.m., and then camp will be from 8 until 4:30, and then pickup will begin at 4:30, and we'll be there until the last girl is picked up.
Cost?
It is absolutely free. So that is one of the main things that we've reached out to so many businesses and community partners, because everything we're able to do for these girls, of course, it comes from the time commitment from the speakers and the presenters and the mentors and the advisory board and everyone involved, but everything we're able to do, the CPR certification cards, getting them the t-shirts that they'll be able to wear, everything that they'll be able to put into their disaster kit that we will be building throughout each and every day, it all comes through donations. So we love the community partners that have already partnered with us. We're still looking for those. So people can always reach out. myescambia.com/HERicane is a great way to find that donor guide to do that.
So none of this is taxpayer money. It's all donations?
Correct. And
That's
so
impressive.
The donations are also going through BRACE, which is Be Ready Alliance Coordinating for Emergencies. So that is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Donations go to them, and then all of those donations will be tax exempt.
If you were to paint an ideal outcome for the first year of camp, which is this year, whether that's 10 minutes after camp or 10 years from camp, in your imagination, what does that look like?
So I know the theme of this is United in Education for the Success of Every Child. So after every disaster, wildfire, hurricane, every emergency, things are evolving. So we have to evolve how we approach, talk about, and prepare for these disasters that we are experiencing. So I think we have a responsibility as a community and as emergency management and the public safety field overall to improve that preparedness. So programs like HERicane is doing just that, and that's our hope. We want to move that needle.
That's exciting. I'm really grateful that you're heading this up, because this is no small feat.
Right.
I know you said you have a team and you graciously share the credit with them, but to put in the energy to coordinate all of this, to get the donations, to get the location, and then to build awareness. It's no small thing to build that. So one question I didn't ask is, who qualifies to attend this? Obviously, young girls. Is there an age range, and is there a limit on how many people can attend the camp?
Yes. So since this was our first year, we did cap it at 20 girls. Applications for now are closed for this year. We'll reopen them and we'll announce next year's camp dates at this year's camp. And I don't know if we said the dates. It's June 25th through the 28th. We will be doing the camp the Tuesday through Friday. Girls who applied and will apply for next year, you do have to be a resident of Escambia County. And for this year's camp, it's girls entering 7th through 9th grades for the next school year. Now, we'll see how this camp and this year plays out. We might expand those school grades to include more. We might do an age range. So we'll just see how it goes, and we'll do an after action review and see how we need to change things and alter things. But overall for this year, girls entering 7th through 9th grades are the ones that applied and were accepted. We didn't have to turn anyone away. So
where can parents listening to this go to get more information, or maybe sign up for like a newsletter so that they can learn more about what is planned for next year when it comes around?
Absolutely. So our website is still live, myescambia.com/HERicane, HERRICANE. And also following Escambia County Emergency Management on Facebook. We post frequent updates there, like when applications were closing. And if you already get community media and public relations press releases, then once you sign up for those, you will get all HERicane Camp press releases as well.
Well, thank you so much for sharing about this. I can't wait to hear how it goes. I think we need a follow-up.
I think so too.
And I want to hear all the stories about the girls' faces and what they learned. And yeah, maybe we can do a follow-up, because that just sounds like it will be a core memory.
Yeah, I would love to do a follow-up. We are so excited, and I know it will be here before we know it.
Thank you. This was great.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe and share. Voices United in Education is a production of Escambia County Public Schools.